Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'.
How is everybody?
Let's
Happy
see.
Spring Day. Woo-hoo.
Is it showing me live yet?
Yep.
Okay. So.
Kristen Tatum, Jean's on.
Let's get, I don't know what's going on with my computer here.
Madison's on. Hello, Madison. Hello. Hello.
Something's wrong with my computer, hun.
I'm looking at a couple mascots.
You are.
Hello, Fran.
I don't know what's going on with my computer.
Hi, Trina.
You say hello to everyone while
Well,
I try to figure this out.
You're watching.
I am?
According to the thing.
Okay, let's see. Something's going on. It's not.
Sandra from Maine. Hello.
There we go. Maybe this is it.
Joy. Hello.
Hi, Joy. Let's see if it's good.
Angela Birch Lawrence.
Hi, Angie. Hi, Madison. So it's doing something
Three
weird.
little unicorns? No.
No.
One's a giraffe, if you can't tell.
Yeah, is Kristen Tatum on yet?
Yep.
Well, I can't see what this thing is doing.
So just go.
I am going. Don't bark at me.
How's the weather? It's Iowa weather. Give it 10 minutes. It will change.
Exactly. Okay. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Angie. That's all I can see.
Trina's on.
Hi, Trina. Hi, Jean. I can't tell who else is there. It says, like, it's telling me that I'm getting low signal. So have you been kicked off?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, well, I may lose people. I think the storm's passed in our area, but in other areas, it might not have passed yet. So, what you've got here is my Happy Meal toys. And today, do you know if Kristen Tatum is on?
Yes.
You did say that? Okay. Well, I saw Kristen Wenzel. I just was checking. So I originally got my unicorn, which I think is really cute with his little sparkly purpley feet. And then I got my raccoon. But tonight, Kristen Tatum, I got the giraffe one. So I'll probably have to send that to you. I know how much you love giraffes. So anyway, move that aside. And then, I just wanted to point this out. I got a neat little mailer today. This cute little, this is from our Memories of More card pack, and I can't remember which one off the top. But Bill and I got this cute little message. It says, enjoy the two of you so much, from Marsha Bartle. So thank you, Marsha. We really thought that was cute, and I love this pack. I love it. Anyway, just wanted to share that. We love it when we get that stuff from you guys. We really, truly do. So let's get on to the big stuff, because there's a lot going on tonight. We had, well, Stampin' Up had an onstage event, which is onstage local is you have one where there's a 3-day presentation and it shows you all the new stuff that's coming in and the new catalog, and I'm getting to that, you guys. And then there's these local events, which is usually a 1-day event. And so I was in attendance to it. And I love this. They had on the back of our name tags, so happy you're here. And then they had the agenda of what was going to go on for the day. So I thought that was pretty kind of clever, because then you just wore it around your neck. And then this was from our prize patrol, because when you go to on stage, you get gifts. So you do have to pay to go on to on stage, and it is one of the benefits of being a demonstrator that you can do. But you get the amount of gifts, at least if not more, from what you get from attending. It's like you get the money back, really. So one of the things that they had was they had this cute little bird box. Isn't that beautiful? This was kind of the table decorations, and one of my downlines snagged this for me because she knows I'm way into birds, so I had to like show that. So shout out to Kristen.
Somebody's wondered where the box is. Well,
Where their box is?
the bird box.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody stole it.
And then we had name tags, which of course has this cute little bird cages over here. But my table partner drew this up for me, and I thought this was really cute. So shout out to Tara, little artist that she is. I'll probably keep that forever and ever. And then the first thing when you attend, you get a bag. Sorry for my dog hair. But she has to check it out. This one was awesome. We've had a couple of bags in the past that weren't nearly as fun. This is one of the new in colors. And I just have to say this because my girls were talking in a room Saturday night afterwards. And one of the gals, Kristen Lafredo Wenzel, have to point that out. She says it's very close to Tranquil Tide. So it is close to the Tranquil Tide, Kristen. But this one I think is called Perfect Peacock or something. I can't remember. Pretty Peacock? Maybe it was Pretty Peacock. And it's got a little more blue to it. Let me see if I can find my Tranquil Tide. Here we go. So the Tranquil Tide has a little more green, where this is more, it's kind of a cross between that and Bermuda Bay. Reminds me of Island Indigo a little bit. Do you guys remember Island Indigo when we had that? Only I think it's a little classier. So anyway, it's not quite as green. It's not quite as blue. I'd say more blue than green though. Pretty, 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 pretty. This is a heavy duty bag that not only snaps, it zips. And I didn't know it zipped right away because they had it open, because they had gifts filling this thing when we first got it. So when I found out it zipped, I was just like crazy. But it's like heavy, heavy duty. So that was pretty awesome. And oh, I feel something in here. What's in here? That's right. We got some pens. There was 2 sets of pens that came with the bag. And then right away, there was this Daisy Lane stamp set. So let me just tell you guys, we're going to be using this tonight. I do not have any of the coordinating stuff. This was the only thing that came in the bag for a giveaway. But we're going to make the best of it and do our own little thing and my own little interpretation of it. So if you guys remember, we had, was it Delightfully Daisy? That is still carrying over, so it'll still work. I'm trying to figure out, wonder what page that's on. Do you guys remember that one? For those who are new, we had a coordinating daisy punch, and let me pull that out. Well, now this has the same coordinating daisy punch that you already have, but now we're going to have a medium-sized one, and I'm pretty excited about it. Love the font on this. I did something just a little bit different, but we'll be using this tonight. So put that in there. And then, remember that bird box that I was showing you? Look, it is in a stamp. So,
wow.
Yeah, I know. You know how much I love birds. So this is free as a bird. There is beautiful coordinating paper. And let me see if I can... Well, as you can see, here's some of it. It's got little trinkets that go with it. So pretty. So flowers and leaves. And this is... Well, this is probably the paper that they cut that out, because I don't see a stamp that shows that. So they probably cut that out of the paper. But I had a sample, which inside of that bag, they also had a, Creativity is calling it, was a notepad, and it has kind of a grid paper on one side, and then on the other side, Creativity is Calling, and it's got lined paper. So that was pretty awesome, and it's a pretty hefty-duty little notepad. I was excited about getting that, too. Where did that, here it is. Let me just show you this. So I don't have the paper to this yet, but it's on order, and my order should be here tomorrow. So this was one of the make and takes that they had us make, and I didn't get mine quite finished, but here it is. There's this beautiful like lace. Oh, I think it's so pretty. And we just colored them in with markers, so I kind of made mine similar to that. Isn't this pretty? So we're going to be working with this tonight also. They had another stamp set, and this was one of the make and takes. It has this wheel. Can you see this okay, Bill? Mm-hmm. Has this wheel on it that we didn't have to cut out, so we just kind of did our own thing. This was from a note card, and I watercolored the back, and then I used a little bit of, this is some new baker's twine that is coming out, but it's one of those distinctive stamp sets. So mine's a little bit different than theirs, but I used a different punch. You can see that might be a hint. I don't know. I have to look at that set. I know it's coming tomorrow. And then I just used the sailboat from the set to make a coordinating envelope out of it. So I'll move that out of the way. They had a clipboard, and on this clipboard was Mingle Bingo. So we got to walk around and meet people. I did kind of stay mostly in my area, but I probably should have walked around more, but there was too much to see and do. In fact, I just got done going through the book, and I noticed something else tonight that I hadn't noticed when I was at On Stage thumbing through the book. And then they had Prize Patrol. That's why I had that #1 on my name tag. And this is a special set. So this one you can't find in the regular catalog. And I've got, I've already done a few samples with this thing. It stamps really wonderfully, but it is for beginner stampers, and it is made with that made with that purpose in mind. So they're having a whole brochure that comes out. So the fact that I could get my hands on this early, I thought was pretty awesome. It's called Celebrate Cake. So there's a few things. Then I didn't get done with all of my make and takes. Here's another make and take that they had. And since I didn't get done, I'm just going to show you the pieces. But look right away at this. Isn't this like absolutely gorgeous DSP?
Wow.
I know. Thank you. It is so pretty. They have this beautiful, it has a matching punch. I just want to show you this. They have beautiful vellum, and it comes in like 3 colors, I think, that coordinate with this. They've got a punch. I love punches. You guys know I love punches. So you can put together and make a beautiful flower. And then they have these little flower embellishment pieces, and this might be better showing it on, I haven't got this glued together, but it's kind of lifelike looking. I love that. Isn't that pretty? That go with it. So, and there was some, actually I kind of won this. So when the group gets done doing the make and takes, they allowed us to take away the items that they had for us to make. That's including stamp sets. I won a lot of blender pens and stuff. And one of the things that I won was this Magnolia Lane ribbon combo pack. So it has this dark green baker's twine. And then, you know, I actually haven't even pulled this out yet. Kind of a neutral. We'll do that another time. I got a lot of stuff to do tonight. Colored ribbon. So that was another thing that I got to take. Here's the other pen. There was 2 pens in my pack. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Then they had, oh, they had some organization. Let me just take this out. They had some organization folders that had the prints. So this will give you an idea of some of the new in colors. There's a really soft purple. I'm excited about that. Then this was called terracotta tile, I think. And of course the twinkle tide, pretty peacock, I think is what it's called. Not tranquil tide. I got to move this out of the way. It's going to screw me up now. So, and then this one has some bird cages in the colors. Here's that purple. Isn't that really pretty? Kind of a soft purple. And then Rococo Rose. Took me all weekend to learn Rococo. I wanted to call it Rococo. Rococo. I was calling it, I can't remember now, and I don't want to go back to calling it. But isn't that pretty with that magnolia on there? So some nice organization for us. Here's some other make and takes that I didn't get a chance to finish. I love this. It says, follow your art. I hope I'm in camera. Follow your art. Isn't that cute? So it's a whole, I can't open it up or anything because I can't open up the catalog. I got some fun prizes. Oh, wait, one more. So, and this one's an important one. I want you to kind of see what's in here. I haven't gotten a chance to complete the card on this, but this was from a promotion for next month's Paper Pumpkin. Shelley Gardner, the co-founder of Stampin' Up, has worked with our Paper Pumpkin our Paper Pumpkin crew to design a whole kit. I know a couple years ago, Sarah designed one for us. So this one's going to be, have all the stuff. And I've posted a video on it that Shelley likes. And I know that there's bird nests and some soft colors. And this looks like some really interesting kind of ribbon. So I'm kind of excited to, oops, sorry. I'm so sorry for knocking that. So I'm kind of excited to see that too. Keep moving this stuff out of the way. Let's keep going in. Oh, I got a whole pack of paper and some, like some blocks. I think I got a couple of blocks and rhinestones from my upline for attending. So that was kind of fun. One of my downline, Nancy, made us each these cute little books. Isn't this adorable? I thought that was way cute. And she added pearls because she's part of the Piccadilly Pearls team. Go Pearls. Thanks, Nancy. She also made, and I didn't want to open it up until afterwards because it looks like it's a Ghirardelli's chocolate, which are my fave. So I was kind of holding this until after I show you guys, so you can pretty well guarantee I'm not sharing with you tonight, Bill.
What?
Isn't this thing just adorable? She added her own little flair on this, so can't wait to open that up.
Oh, that's okay.
I got a little luggage tag or a bag tag, which I think is pretty cute, from my upline with a P. This was the best of all. Sherry Braylon walked around and made us all these little Kleenex tissue holders. And I have to tell you, there was a point where we were, Sarah was talking to us, and there was a few of us who didn't have dry eyes, and I was handing out tissues. So thank you, Sherry. And then my last, but definitely not my least in any way, one of my sidelines, so upline, downline, and now my sidelines, made me a, she made it for all of us. So how awesome is that? She made a homemade rubber stamp, and I'm just going to lightly, oh, well, I didn't do it so light. It says handmade by Pamela. Isn't that awesome? So, and she made these, I think is really, really cool. So that is going to go into my file, this handmade by, and it also has the at Stampin' Up. So that is some of the things that we got. There was more, but that was some of them. Pretty cool, huh?
It is.
Yeah.
I like those new papers.
So you do like those, huh?
ESP looking good.
Yep. I got a big box coming tomorrow, Bill, if you'll. He's.
No.
Yes. One of the perks of being a demonstrator is, especially if you go to onstage. So being a demonstrator, you get to order a month early anyway before stuff goes live to the public. But if you go to their onstage events, they give you like a pre-order. So we were able to order a few things, a few sets already, and I've already purchased a hefty little order. But this is our catalog this year.
Box, huh?
A big old box, yeah. It may be two. Who knows?
Wow.
Come on, act
I'm
excited.
just giving you a hard time.
I know. So this was our catalog for last year, and this is still good. But we had some stuff come out that is retiring. So if anyone, I'm having some technical difficulties right now. And if anyone would like a list of what is retiring, so these are last chance items so that you can get them, let me know. I'd be glad to send you an email with the list. It's a little, I do want to tell you that it is a little bit overwhelming when you go through this list. And the reason why is because we're eliminating the wood block and clear mount stamps. So those go on the retired list until they sell out, but we are bringing back the what we call cling, which is the new cling stamps. So it is the red rubber stamp. So let me see. I have to think of one, and off the top of my head, of course, I can't think of one. That is going out. So, okay. I can't think of one that's going out, but it's going out like animal outing. It's going out in the wood mount and the clear mount, but it's going to come back in the cling. So there is a list though of things that will not be returning, and those are going to be some of the things that I'm going to be featuring here in the next few Facebook Lives, so that you can see how to use them and remember how to love them. And I want to have one more time to love them before I can demonstrate them again. So I will be doing that. Beautiful cover, and it is good until June. So tonight's Facebook Live is not to detour you from this book at all. It's just to kind of get you excited about what's coming. So I cannot show you inside of the cover of the new magazine or new catalog, but I can show you the cover of it.
Oh, just tease us.
Yep, a little tease. It's so pretty. It has got beautiful soft colors, but don't be surprised when you see there are some things in here that do not even represent on this. There's some brand new, really exciting DSP that is bright and colorful. Even though this doesn't look as bright and colorful, there literally is some DSP that is as bright as all of this going on. Maybe even brighter in there. But this gives you an idea of like one of the stamp sets here. This is a distinctive set, and I think this is a great man set. I've got this coming, and I've got this one coming, actually in my pre-order. So I love the magnolia. It's very, very pretty. So that's what I can show you, but if there's some hints on there of some fun things, I'll just show you a minute. It is so much fun. And colors are awesome. So I'm going to have to put this away for now, because I can't show it. That's the whole thing. I
will hide it.
Yeah, gotta hide it. So, any questions, Bill?
Nope, about 6 weeks. still left to use before the retirement.
Right. So you don't want to miss some of those last chance items. I think, should we get to Stampin' and then I can go into some announcements, or do you want?
Sure.
So I feel like I've just been talking, and
Let's do some stamping.
Stampin' with the new stuff. Okay.
Tap, tap.
Let's get started. I, of course, want to start with the new Free as a Bird because I'm in love with this. Now, again, I want you to know I do not have the coordinating kit for this. So I have taken it upon myself to just come up with something with existing products that will be carrying over. I thought that was rather nice of me. So let's get this going. This is fun. So I'm going to start off with a card base of Granny Apple Green because I love Granny Apple Green. I will tell you though, we do have retiring in colors this year, and I am really going to miss the Lemon Lime Twist. I'm going to miss it. Yeah.
It's going away, huh?
Yeah, they do that. They bring an in color in for 2 years and then they retire it. And just so you know, the in colors that are coming in this year though, I am gonna love. Okay, so I just took a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, cut it in half at 5.5, scored it at 4 1/4. I have a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of Whisper White that I am going to lay. Now these are the cling stamps. I never put the cling sticker on. I just never do. It is all personal choice. I will say this, if you do put them on, which will show you the picture, they come in, I always just store mine in here, but they do come in here. When you peel it off to put it on, once you put it on, make sure that you are putting it in the right direction, because once you commit, it's stuck. And that's kind of why I don't do it, because I'm not very coordinated. And they stick just fine for me this way. So I wanted to do the little birdie sitting on the branch because I think they're cute as heck. So I'm going to ink those up in Memento because we're going to do a little blends work here. So when you do blends work, you do want to have the thick Whisper White. It helps for smearing. That's a technical term. Schmear.
Schmear?
Isn't that what you put on bagels? Schmear?
No, it's like cream cheese.
Yeah, I think that's what they call it though. Okay, so I'm going to put the birdies a little bit down, but in the center. Center and down. Let's see if I did this right. We got to do this at on stage. Not bad for my second try. Okay, so I'm going to bring in some blends. So what I have chose for mine is the Daffodil Delight, light and dark, and we're going to start with that. And Stampin' Up! Does make this very easy. You can just go in, and I'm starting with the dark, and I'm just going to go in and I'm going to do a little zigzag line over here where the shadows are. And then you can come in with the light. I do not like to color my whole images in, and then you can kind of blend it in. So I like to leave little white spots in there.
Why is that?
Because I think I'm artsy-fartsy that way.
Oh.
You haven't heard me say that before? Or are you just trying to beat people to the punch?
I was wondering why you left them.
Yeah, that's why I think I'm artsy-fartsy when I do that. And then I just color the whole thing in, and I leave little white spots around there. I love these birds. I love the flowers in this set. You keep an eye on questions for me.
I am.
Okay.
Gwen says hi, by the way.
Hi, Gwenny. She was my roomie at Onstage. Okay, I just like the little white marks in it. Now, if you want it a little darker, and there's a few areas here that I want to do a little darkening. The big thing is just try not to let your marker just soak into those edges. You do want a surface that can have either protection because it will run. Okay, let's take the little, this is the crumb cake, I believe. This is crumb cake light, and I'm just doing this for a little branch. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, real quick. Don't take the time to just fill it all in. That takes up too much time. The light and dark of the Granny Apple Green, because I use the Granny Apple Green base. You could use the Old Olive if you have that. But I start off with the dark always. And I'm just going to do kind of where these leaves, you see, I'm not even being anywhere close to exact or perfect or anything. I'm just kind of dotting it on. I'm going to stop a minute so you can see those there's nothing perfect to that. Just quickly. And then kind of come back in, and I'm leaving some white in these too, and maybe even coloring outside the lines a little bit. Kind of gives it kind of that hand done, maybe even almost watercolory vibe. So again, as you see, the leaves, they're not all the way colored in, light and dark, quickly. And then the last is a little bit of Pool Party. This is the dark Pool Party. And again, leaving a little white, but you don't have to do a color in these, and they didn't on our example, except for I have a problem not coloring in a flower. And you know what? If I want to take a little bit of the dark pumpkin pie, and I think I'm going to go a little beak. Ha ha ha. And a little bit of this light for his little tail sticking out here. So you guys, quick and easy. I'm going to stand up so I can see if that shows. Quick and easy. Doesn't that look like something really awesome? Okay. It is pretty. So let's take this and let's glue it down onto our card base. And you can see how it's kind of bled through. That's why definitely have something down to protect your surface if you're doing it on a expensive wood table maybe. Okay. And then I'm going to use the green glue so it gives me a little time to kind of center it. Okay. So pretty already, just having that border on there. Now I'm going to take a piece of Pool Party, and which one did I choose? The World Needs More of You. Oh, I love it. And we're going to get out. Did I get a piece of scratch paper out for this?
I didn't see you, Grandma.
Wow.
Here we go.
We're going to get a piece of scratch paper because the minute I don't have one, I stamp it crooked. And I got a piece of Pool Party, and I just cut this at 3/4 inch by, it was a scrap actually. So I don't know how long it is. I'm just going to cut it down anyway. And stamp that down. Yeah, let's try to stamp it straight. No, that was crooked. Okay, not too bad. All right. I'm going to pull out my tailored tag punch, and we're just going to make a little flag here. At the end. Let's see if this is about where I want it. Sure. So let's get some glue dots, and I'm trying to work out. Paper Pumpkin always gives you extra glue dots, which I love, but I'm trying to use them up. Get out some glue dots. Okay, we sell this absolutely gorgeous burlap ribbon on the roll. I love it. So every now and again, you think you have enough and you kind of overshoot. Well, here's one of those times when I overshot. So I decided, since I don't have any of the paper that goes with this or the ribbons that go with this, I was going to make my own kind of bird nesty ribbon. So what I did is I just took out, just started tearing it apart so that I had 3 of these pieces, because I thought this kind of looks bird nesty. So does my hair, but that's a whole nother topic. Did you guys see my post on something about hair? I can't remember what it was now. Not having control over my hair. That is me on any given day. So I'm going to do a basic kind of granny knot here with this. Let's make sure I got it all. I'm just not going to tie it really tight because I love how this is looking. And then we're going to get a glue dot. And we're going to stick this on here like so, and pull out my paper snips. I'm going to trim down the, I want them to be in kind of different lengths. Okay, so here's something fun. Take them, once you got them, and then you can kind of like twist them back there. All these little fibrous pieces will start to kind of come out and make the ends kind of knotted, and it'll, you know how the birds grab pieces of everything? So you can kind of fray it up. And now, after I did this, I thought, you know what? This would be cute on that nautical stamp set too. Look at that. Isn't that, let me get the little furs off. Isn't that adorable? Isn't it cute? And then maybe for a little added touch, a clear wink of Stella. Let's just put this right here on the flowers. I'd put them on the birds, but you don't really see sparkly birds, so we'll just put them right on the flowers.
What do you do if they rub and they roll around in sparkly flowers?
That's right, I guess you do. You don't really see sparkles on flowers either, but I wanted that little glint. But see how that just makes kind of like a birdie? So since I didn't have the stuff, I'll stand up here. Let's see some loves. Anyone think it's cute? Is it? Awesome. Thank you, guys. So I think this is so cute. Now remember, This isn't going to be available until, I think, June 4th. So this is just my teaser. All right, let me clean up some mess here. And then, any questions or anything, Bill?
No, they love the card.
I thought, considering I don't have anything except for the stamp set, I thought I didn't do too bad. I did make sure that, like, the burlap ribbon, everything that I did use on here is transferring over. So, awesome. Okay, so then, who remembers the Delightful Daisy from last year? Wasn't that wonderful? That was huge, huge, huge. So, them bringing this back this year with a matching daisy punch for the smaller daisy, I think is amazing for a couple of things. My mind's already working. I can already see like a 2-layered daisy mixing the 2 punches and stuff. But since I don't have that other punch yet, I do have this one, and I wanted to kind of show you. I love this fern. I have all kinds of ideas for that. I love the added daisy that they've added on here. I love the new stem. I love the font. I like it all. So let's get out our next pack. Now, tell me if you have seen Karen Jones or not on.
She's on.
Okay, Karen, this is another request by you. I think a month or so ago, because we're going to be using vellum and attaching it so you don't see the glue. So I'm starting off with a beautiful, lovely piece of Bermuda Bay for a base. Who doesn't love Bermuda Bay? I say anybody who doesn't love Bermuda Bay is crazy. It's a gorgeous picture. And then we're going to pull out this fern piece. The minute I saw this fern, it was like, yep, that's for me, that's for me. And since I now have this brand new storage, I can just pull out. I didn't have to have it in my pre-pack of the, we're going to do little background stamping in Bermuda Bay. So I just want to stamp kind of an interest in the background, just lightly. I'm going to do color on color, so I'm just going to ink up the fern, and we're going to stamp on and kind of off of it. And I'm just going to be kind of whimsical. I don't really have a clue. Most of you know that, though. Isn't this fun for just a background? You've been awfully quiet, Mr. Pick.
Just reading and watching.
Anything good?
Nope. Everybody wants everything.
I know. I know. That's why
Get their old chops of drool in there.
Okay, so I just did their chops. Make them sound like dogs. Do you want any of this, Bill? No?
I already have everything.
Yeah. People are still waiting for you to do that whole thing on refilling a marker.
Oh, I know.
So I haven't done it thinking that you would do that. Am I guilting? Let's guilt him into getting that done. Making how to refill the markers video. Okay. So I started off with there. So now I have a piece of 3x4 vellum. And so Karen, we're going to build up from here, but I knew what I was going to do before I started this card. But my best piece of advice for anyone attaching vellum that, well, let me just show you here real quick. So I knew that I was going to have this in the middle. And when you put vellum on, I want to kind of get an idea of where I'm going to hook this at. This is Fast Fuse. It's because I like it. We no longer sell it. So, we no longer sell Fast Fuse. Yeah.
Replacing it with something?
Well, I keep putting it in the product sandbox. So when you go to attach it, make sure you have it. You can use snail adhesive if you want. You could use glue dots, but I know that I wanted that in the center. So look at when I attach it, you see how it shows through the vellum? So Karen's question to me was, how do you attach a vellum because it shows through? Well, I know I'm going to put something on top of that. That's how I attach vellum. If I can hide it in some way, I hide it. So let me move that out of the way now. So I'm going to put this aside because we're going to build off of this. And let's bring out the new daisy stamp. And I'm going to do kind of a strange combination of color. So I have got Mango Melody, which is kind of an orange, kind of a yellow. It's very bright. And I'm going to use that for my... I do want to grab out the daisy punch. Little tip, since I know that one of them's pointing down, that's how I want to stamp my image, with one of those petals pointing down. So that way I can line up my punch. So I'm going to move this up a little bit. Isn't it pretty? I love the new design. Okay. So then you open that punch. I will say this, right now, currently in the catalog, I believe it still is. Now I should check. Will someone check for me if they know if you can get the punch 10% off with the current daisy? I think it's this catalog. Maybe it's been 2 years already. I don't remember. So then you can line it up and punch it out. Let me know if any answers come. Joy always knows. Okay.
Well, Joy wants to know, is the new one Deuce Daisy, the big daisy, different than the original one?
So the punch is the original punch for the big daisy, but the new punch will fit the new medium-sized daisy. Did that answer the question?
Yeah, it might.
Okay.
And they're saying that it was in Holiday 17.
Okay, so you can't get it at the 10% then. Good to know. Okay, don't listen to me. I just work for Stampin' Up, but apparently I don't even... It gets a little confusing. Okay, so I'm taking 2. I punched out 2 so I could put them together. I like the green glue. You could use a glue dot if you want to. Isn't that awesome?
It does. Looks pretty.
Okay, so I'm just going to take... You can use your finger or the bone folder. I just want to put some curl on that. It doesn't have to all, but it's too flat otherwise. Daisies aren't flat, are they? No. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside for a moment. Then I took in 2 pieces of rich raspberry. They are 4 1/4 by a 1/2 inch. And what I want to do is I want to start off by, I'm going to cut these at an angle. Doesn't have to be perfect, just I'm cutting a little angle on them just for a little added extra interest. And then I'm going to take these and I'm just going to do a little I don't want them just perfectly flat, but I don't want them crinkled necessarily, just kind of wobbled up. That's a word, right?
What is it?
Wobbled up.
Wobbled.
Yeah. Who understood that? Everybody does, right? Wonkied up.
Wonky's crooked.
Wonky's crooked. Well, I'm kind of making them, I don't know, wavy. Is that better? Yeah. So I'm going to go back and I'm just going to put a little smidge of glue. And there we go. I just wonkied them up a bit. And then another little smidge of glue. And I'm going to put that kind of right there. See, I'm building it up. So now you can't see that I had any glue under there. So I have another little piece of 1 inch by, about 3 3/4 inch. And I'll probably cut that down to fit my needs here. But I liked this smile on here. Isn't that happy? I thought it was happy. So let's see if I'm going to be able to line this up straight. That's pretty straight on there, don't you think? Not too bad. And I'm going to go ahead with my tailor tag. You can use the banner triple punch or triple banner punch, or however it's, I think it's banner triple punch, if you have that. I may want that just a little bit shorter. Let's see. And I definitely want this a little bit shorter. I'm not, let's go about 3 inches there. Okay, let's come back and take a look at this. I want to put this in the middle. Here, the little daisy. And let's just get a glue dot for now. This has enough dimension. Oh, you know what else would be really cool? Idea just happened on the fly. Let's get some of the rose thread, so I can do even another layer. I'm going to put another little piece of glue here. And we're just going to do some thread. Like so. So I think this will match with that rich raspberry. Do you guys do that? You're in the middle of something and then you think, oh, wait. I do that all the time. Sometimes I'll even rip stuff apart. Okay, now I'm going to add a glue dot here and just place that. Oh, I like it even better. Of course, we need some bling on here. So these, I'm going to use the clear faceted gems. It was immediately, oh, look at, I even have one. Let's see what this looks like. One that I had colored. Nope, don't like it. I knew right as I was moving it over. It's too small and I don't like it. So let's take one of these big ones. And let's stick this down. I love these things for the center of these daisies. When these things came out, I was like, yes. They come in gold and in the clear. And I like both. Okay. So pretty so far. Let's go back and get some dimensionals to put our smile up on. What I like about cards like this that say smile or friend or whatever is you can put anything on the inside. It can be happy birthday. It can be thinking of you. I think that's awesome. Okay, so I want this to just stagger out from this edge. So there we go. Gives another, you know, element instead of having it always lined up. It gives just another element of interest. So what do you guys think? Any comments or questions or anything?
Very pretty.
Yes.
Love it.
Great. I do too, you guys, and I can't wait to get coordinating stuff, but for now, it's pretty sweet. So, let's get on to some announcements here. So we skipped the announcements at the beginning. So, first of all, I want to say that On Stage was amazing. Being able to see products being used ahead of time is one of the major perks. Being able to get freebies is a major perks. And being able to order them before the public is a major perk of being a demonstrator. And I love being a demonstrator. You can be a hobbyist. You don't have to do it as a business like I'm doing. And there are so many perks about that. And even hobbyists, I think, is Beth Ann on, do you know? I think she was talking about how she got some rewards this time from her celebration sales. So awesome. And she's a hobbyist. Okay, couple things. Share my video to your wall to be entered in a chance for my weekly drawing. This is USA only. So, okay. Here's the next thing. Next week, guess what I got? I got summons for jury. So I will let you guys know as soon as I know. I have to call in on the 23rd, which is next Tuesday, to find out if I'm going to be a juror or not. But if that's the case, sometimes you're there until 5 o'clock by the time I get home. So I don't know if I'm going to be on here next week or not. But I will keep you guys posted. So there's that announcement. Stampin' Storage. Okay, I do have an announcement on this. This stuff is really awesome, you guys. I showed it to you last week to store your ink pads and your pens and stuff. So far from what I'm understanding is they have sold out of the ink pad and storage and of the open cube. They still have the blends, the storage topper, and the storage lids, but they've sold out. They will get more back in, but they've turned the number off so that they're not having back orders build up. Paper Pumpkin. So this month I haven't got my set yet, but Paper Pumpkin for this month is going to be a distinctive stamp set. I know that my mom got hers and I got a little sneak peek of it. And for those who didn't sign up last month, you are so missing out. This is a really nice looking set. The next one is going to be one that Shelly, our co-founder, let me get this back out. This was one that I was showing you from On Stage. This is kind of a sneak peek. This is one of the actual cards that they are going to have in the set to make. And isn't that cool?
It is.
And so I don't know what else is going to be in there. I know that they're going to have like I think 3 or 4 different style of cards, but this is one of them that's coming. So Shelly Gardner was the co-founder of Stampin' Up, so I think that's pretty awesome. You can still buy the prepaid subscriptions. You just don't get the celebration rewards anymore, but that is available. And if you need information about the program, it is a box that comes to your house once a month, and I think it's $19.95 or something So that's pretty awesome. Piccadilly Perks, which is my actual business promo. So what is Piccadilly Perks? It's a rewards program for being a loyal customer to me in my business. So for every $35 you purchase, you earn a letter from the word Piccadilly via email confirmation. When you get all the letters collected, you get a free shopping spree through me. And I mean totally free. So you can choose products of your choice, including clearance racked items. The only thing that I won't honor will be host sets and celebration products, because those are earned through the company different ways, but up to $25. But then I'm going to add in free shipping, free handling, and free tax. So it comes out to be about a $35 value, and that's just for being a loyal customer to me. And then the last thing that I really want to tell you guys about is Piccadilly Pearls. So, one of their slogans here with Stampin' Up is be a part of something amazing. And I will have to tell you, this weekend was amazing. Not only did my pearls have a good time, and Saturday night, we laughed so hard, we all hurt. We were laughing so hard that we had stomach aches in the hotel room. It was so much fun. And I really got to know them. But I also am a part of a bigger team, and I got to meet people. Is Janet on here? Yep. I got to meet Janet and Tara, and I know a lot of my friends and family know who I'm talking about. These are my sidelines. I had a wonderful time. I actually sat in between the two of them, and I had a wonderful time meeting these lovely women that are in my life that are very supportive of me. So thank you guys for being there and letting me sit with you. All right, should we do a drawing?
Yep, let's do a drawing.
Okay, so drum roll, please. Let me grab the thing. So, got our tickets. Thank you guys for sharing. And I'm going to hand you this.
Well, who do we got? Brina Bergen?
Yeah, Brina Bergen. Okay, Brina. Thank you so much for sharing my video. I've got a couple, actually I think this is from a Facebook Live, a couple of cards that I will send to you for sharing my video to your wall. So thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful day. I will post if I have, if I'm going to be in jury duty. So otherwise I plan to be here next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Unless you see a different post. All right. Take care. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.